Thanks for joining me today on my Stampin' Piece VIP group. If you are a member of this group and you're watching either the live Facebook Live or the replay later, I ask that you share this live video, and I ask that you also invite your crafty friends and family members, co-workers, whoever, to join this VIP group. All they have to do is search Stampin' Piece VIP group on Facebook and request to join, and I'll just approve them, make sure it's not a spam kind of thing, and then they're in. So very simple. But throughout 2019, the Facebook Lives I do on this group, the VIP group, will involve some challenges, and people can win some prizes. I believe it was the Facebook Live I did that we repurposed or decorated old cardboard boxes or paper pumpkin boxes. I put that challenge out there. 2 people accepted the challenge, so I have a prize to send to each of them later this week. And I'll be doing the same today. Okay, so today's project is a fun fold card, and I'm featuring the Birthday Bonanza product suite. It's got some beautiful designer series paper, beautiful Daffodil Delight ruffled or ruched ribbon, and some fun pom-poms, the Bonanza Buddy stamp set, and coordinating dies. And there's some really fun things in here. There are some animal shapes that will cut out some stamped images and even some of the images in the designer series paper. And then there's things like these fun banners and word bubbles, the party hat, that sort of thing. The suite, as I said, also includes this wonderful ribbon and the fun assorted pom-poms. So we'll be using all of these things today. In addition, we are using this new punch, and then there is a punch that also works well with this, and I will show you a little bit later a trick for using these punches and getting that ribbon slit or the dot in this punch as well. Colors I'm featuring today are Grapefruit Grove, Daffodil Delight, and Bermuda Bay, so a fun, cheerful, bright color combination. So let's get started. This is the fun fold card. Okay, lots of fun. Looks like this from the side, and it opens like this. Here's what it looks like on the back. Okay, but when you fold it down, it's a standard 5.5 by 4 1/4 inch card, standard card that we usually do. So it will fit nicely in our envelopes, of course. All right, so let me show you how I made this. I'm going to show you how to make this fun fold card, and then I also have this fun Kendra Scott gift bag from their store. I bought myself a piece of jewelry with a gift card one of my visiting angel clients gave me, and I thought this bag is too sturdy and too pretty to throw away. So I'm going to show you, together I'll show you how I plan to decorate this so I can use it again for something else. Okay, I'm gonna set my sample here. I went ahead and pre-cut some things. Let me move this. Okay. First of all, for that white base, you need a piece that measures 4 inches by 11 inches. Okay, 4 by 11. And then it is scored at 5 1/4 and 10 1/2. And you're going to want to use your bone folder to make some nice creases. Okay, and this is how it should be folded. Okay, that's looking at it from the side and looking at it from the top. Okay, the little flap there. You also need 2 pieces of cardstock, both measuring 5.5 inches by 4 1/4 inches. Okay, that's our standard size card, 5.5 by 4 1/4. Then I have a piece of designer series paper that measures 5 inches by, let me double check, 3 3/4. Yes, 5 inches by 3 3/4. And I'm matting it on a piece of basic black cardstock that measures just 1/8 inch larger. So that one measures 3 7/8 by 5 1/8. Okay. And I did that, the 1/8 inch, because I just wanted kind of a small border of black showing. So, and I did already glue my little pom-pom on my koala's hat previously, because that can take a little bit of time to dry. So I'll try to adhere this without knocking that off. I'll put this here so you can see a little bit better. Okay. Now, just like on my sample card, I do want to use some of my Daffodil Delight ribbon. But instead of putting it near the top of my card, I'm going to put it closer to the bottom. And I'm still going to make a nice bow. If you're not comfortable with the bows, you can always just adhere a strip of ribbon across the front, adhere it on the back, okay? Tie a bow and then put your bow on with a glue dot. You could also just tie a quick knot and not worry about the bow, if that would be your preference. Don't forget, if you're watching, please do comment, because commenting and liking and sharing and thumbs up and hearts helps Facebook to drive more people to this group, therefore helping me increase my business and increasing my reach, my number of viewers, and hopefully customers and team members follow as well. My ribbon's a little funky right there, kind of twisted on me. Okay, I'll trim off my ends. And this is a little bit too loose, but that's okay, because this gives me the opportunity to show you how I can fix it. You can see it's too loose, it's going to move around. I don't like that. So what I'm going to do is flip it over. I don't have any regular Scotch tape with me, but I think this will do. You could either use a piece of regular Scotch tape. I'm still in the process of moving things around and getting things settled in my new craft space in the basement. So I don't even know where it is, although I know I just saw it yesterday when I was down here. So just put some adhesive on the back. Pull it snug and adhere it in place on the back side. And then, just so I don't get a bump, I usually just do that. And now it's nice and snug on the front. It's not sliding around. Okay, so a good little tip if your ribbon is too loose after you tie that knot. Thank you all for joining me. I don't know about you, but with the holidays, I always get a little off on my schedule. It's hard to remember what day of the week it is even. And it's been a little while since I've been on my VIP group, so I'm really happy to be able to do this today. I have no commitments today. It's 100% Stampin' Up day for me. Okay, so this is my front. Now this is going to be the back side of my card. I'm going to set the front piece aside, but it's ready to go. I'm going to set that aside for now. This is where I will connect this white to the front flap. It'll work like this. This will get connected and it'll open like that. Okay. Before I connect that front piece though, I'm going to adhere this to the back. And I'm actually going to use my Tombow glue, I think. And the reason I want to use my Tombow glue right now is it will slide around a little bit for me. So if you have a little trouble getting things centered, your layers centered, use that Tombow glue because you can see it gives you a few seconds to move it around. Okay, and then press over it nicely. So that's your bottom. Remember, you want to keep that little 1/2-inch flap on the top side, the front side, and the bottom. Okay, so this is what you have so far. Now I'm going to add, let me use my bone folder to make sure I crease that flap all the way. Now I'm going to add the Tombow glue here to the flap. You want just enough, but remember this goes a long way. Now I'm just going to lay this top piece, the front of my card, so that it lines up with the other piece of Bermuda Bay cardstock, which is the back of my card. And I'm going to press down right here where I know I have that flap attached. Can you see how that is now? Okay. And voila, you're set to go. Now, I figured in this one, I did dress up the inside of the card a little bit, so I suppose I should do it to this one also, right? So on this one, I have pre-punched this label, and don't ask me, please don't ask me what the name of it is, because I'm drawing a blank, and well, I'll put that in my comments when I post to the blog. Let me see if I can find it real fast. I'm not allowed to show you the inside of the catalog until tomorrow. Oh, here it is. Okay. Label Me Lovely punch, Label Me Lovely punch, and the Label Me Fancy punch. Actually, I think they're labeled wrong in the catalog. I'll have to look at that. Okay. But I'm going to stamp right onto, and don't let me forget to show you the trick about the punches. I'm going to use some black Memento ink, and I suppose Bermuda Bay would look nice on there too, but I'm just going to stamp Happy Birthday right in the center. By the way, do you know this trick? My friend France Martin, or Frenchie, I learned this from her. She always says stamp on a piece of scrap paper first and then stamp, and then stamp on the actual piece that you'll be using in your project. Because the second stamped image is always a bit clearer. It gives, the ink takes to the stamp a little bit better. Okay. So I have that, and I think I'm going to put this here, but I'm just going to set it there for now to make sure that's where I want it. I also have this 1/2-inch strip like I used at the bottom inside of my sample card. So perhaps I'll put that there. I'm not going to adhere any of these until I know for sure that this is what I want to do. Then with those Bonanza dies, I cut out these fun banner pieces. So I'm just going to add some of this to my card. Makes it look like a party, right? And I'm just going to use a little dot of the Tombow glue. Now I will say on this, tuck the end. Go ahead and tuck the end under here. Go all the way up on the white and have it go under that teeny tiny little flap. Okay. And then I'm going to add some more and just make it look fun and festive. scroll up here and make sure I'm not missing any questions or comments. Be sure to comment. And I will have one more project after I finish this card. So stick around. And then I'm trying to decide if I want to, how do I want to do this? I'll just go over here like this. Have them cross over this way. You could even, you know, do it like this to go all the way to the edge. Just pull those apart so you can make it the length you wanted. If you're using this die for a scrapbook page, obviously you can make as many as these as you want and go all the way across your 12 by 12 pages if you wish to. You could add some in different colors. Okay, I think I'm going to leave it just like that. Set that aside because I might use it for something later. And I think with my banners and my strip and my label, I'm happy with that. So now I'm going to adhere those other pieces. Okay. And this is simply the back side of the DSP sheet I used for the front of my card. Now, isn't that fun? Simple and easy, and it only takes minutes to make, but it's got a certain wow factor, doesn't it? Okay. A couple things I want to tell you. I may have mentioned already that I put this little pom-pom on the hat before I came to you live, just because it takes a little bit more time to dry. And I'm going to add some Wink of Stella to the front of this card. I'm going to put it on the hat, just like that. And I'm going to add it to the balloons as well. Don't you just love Wink of Stella? By the way, even people who don't like glitter, because it's messy, should like Stampin' Up's new glimmer paper that we came out with, I believe, this year. Because you can rub that glitter from our glimmer paper and it doesn't come off on your hands, your projects. It's wonderful. I don't know how they did it, but it's fabulous. It also is a little bit finer than our old glimmer paper, so it's easier to punch and die cut as well. So I love that. Oh, I didn't stamp the card. Oh, one thing I should tell you on this, I'm not sure if you'll be able to see it, and again, I did this early when I was making my sample, but I used my fine tip glue pen to give some shine and dimension to the party hats. Okay, I don't know if you can see that on here. The little dot on the top of the party hat, the pom-pom, as well as the hat itself. It would be fun to do that with the balloons. But this is just a fun way to give a different look to the image. And it's very inexpensive because this lasts a long time. Okay, you just want to make sure you give it time to dry. You are not going to want to make it, put this on and stick it in an envelope. You do want to give it time to dry. Okay, so what should we put on this envelope? I put balloons on the other one. Yes. How about if I do a couple little party hats? Oh, you know what? Let's do the presents instead, because I haven't used those. There are 3 present shapes and designs. Okay. And then there are also 3 bow designs. So you can see like that one could go there. Whoops, picking them all up. Or here. All right. So they're little, but I think they'll be easy enough to work with. So let's do it like this. Ooh, they're sticking to my fingers and everything. Okay. And then I'm going to put this on the back side. And then I'm going to put this one right here. Okay. So let me pull out my colors. Grapefruit Grove. I'll use this one first. Just tapping it in the corner there. Stamp on my scrap paper first. And then go back to my envelope. Okay. Clean that with my chamois very quickly. And then I'm going to switch over to the Daffodil Delight. Not sure which direction this one goes. I guess it doesn't really matter. Do it like this. And then the last one, I'll stamp in Bermuda Bay. Okay, so we have a pile of presents there. I'm going to bring my black Memento ink back in, and this time I'm going to pull out all these little bow pieces. The fact that this stamp set is photopolymer, that you can see through it, makes it super easy to do the 2-step stamping with the presents and the bows, because I can see directly over them. Whoops. Okay, so there's one. And then I have to look and see here. Wipe that off on my chamois so I can reuse my block. And then one more bow to put on. By the way, if you don't have this chamois, please get it. It makes your life so easy. Number one, you can clean up as you go along. I don't think you can see it, but mine sits right just to the right corner of my workstation, my stamping mat. And I can clean up my stamps as I go along. If I want to use, for example, the balloons, that's one stamp. I stamped in Calypso Coral, cleaned it, stamped in Daffodil Delight, cleaned it, stamped in Bermuda Bay, and cleaned it. Quick and easy. Okay. Now you might want to add a little shimmer to these as well. In fact, I'm going to put the shimmer on the ribbon. I'm just going to go over. You don't have to be exact. It's going to hit those ribbon lines. Doesn't matter if you go beyond them a little bit. Just a nice way to add a little subtle bling. Okay, and there you have it. Complete. What did you ladies think? Do you love the card? Do you love this new fun fold? Okay, let me know what you think with your hearts and thumbs up. Okay, let me grab a piece of scrap paper because I want to show you, hold on a second. I want to show you how to use the new punches. First of all, if you want a slit in your tag to, perhaps pull a ribbon through or baker's twine, what you want to do is punch a slit first. Okay, you can see my slit there. Now I can go in with my other punch. Hi, Kathy and Melissa and Rosie and Patty, Tammy. Oh, lots of you have joined on. Thank you so much for spending part of your Thursday afternoon with me. Okay, do you see that? It's always going to be easier for you to punch either the hole for your tag or the, what do I want to call it, ribbon hole, okay? I'm going to show you using the other one also. If I want a hole here, and then maybe I want to make a tag like this. And now I have this cute little hang tag that I can pull a piece of narrow ribbon through or some baker's twine to tie it onto a little gift package or a treat favor, something like that, okay? So that's how these two punches work together, okay? And these are brand new. You'll be able to order these starting tomorrow. They are in the January to June mini catalog. All right, one more project. Let me move my cards out of the way. Punches out of the way. All right, so I told you that I bought a piece of jewelry at the Kendra Scott store, and this bag is just, I mean, even the handles are too nice. I just could not throw it away. So I brought it down here, and I thought, well, today's a great day to use it because I can make it coordinate with the Birthday Bonanza Designer Series paper. So what I've done is, first of all, I measured. I wanted to know what size cardstock and paper I would need to cover up the Kendra Scott logo. Now, I chose to cover up this gold medallion because I think this is more childlike, more birthday-like paper. But if you were doing something fancier, more elegant, perhaps a bridal shower, maybe you just want to cover up this part and keep the gold symbol, okay? But I chose to cover it up. So I've got two pieces of the birthday package designer series paper, and I measured these to be 2.5 by 7 inches. And I'm mounting it on basic black cardstock that I cut just a 1/2 inch longer and wider. I just wanted a narrow black border. And I'm going to put it on there just like that. So I transform this gift bag. I always wonder too, what does it cost stores to put out a bag like this? Maybe it's cheaper than I think, but why not repurpose it and use it, right? It's very bright, even brighter than the yellow on this paper, but I think that's okay. All right, I'm doing the same thing on the other side. And of course, the paper you use, the dimensions you cut, everything will be dependent on the size of the bag, the logos, what's actually on the bag. Sometimes you're lucky and you just get a simple plain, whoops, and I'm out. Hold on one second. Okay. Sometimes you're lucky and you just get a nice plain paper bag from a store. So it's a blank slate. Okay. Easy. And I can fold this down if I want to press it more firmly. Then on the inside of my bag, and this might not bother you, but I thought as long as I'm putting the effort in, I might as well go all the way. there's the kendrascott.com advertisement. So I just cut two pieces, two little strips of basic black, and I'm putting that right on the bag to cover that up. Okay, so this is what I have. All right, now going back to the Bonanza dies, I keep checking, all the names are still new. Going back to the Bonanza dies, I wanted to show you that I used this gift tag die and punched one from Basic Black and one from Whisper White. And then I used my 2-inch and 2 1/4 inch circle punches to actually punch from the Designer Series paper. And I'm going to layer these. Actually, I think I'm going to put this one on the black first. Just like that. And then I'm going to pop this up, our little lion. I'm going to pop him up on some dimensionals. I'm just going to use 3 mini dimensionals. By the way, if you like our black dimensionals that were in the holiday catalog, those are carrying over. So I'm excited about that. Sometimes you're using dark papers and it's nice to have the black dimensionals behind it. Okay, now obviously you're not going to write anything on this. So that's the reason I cut a second tag from Whisper White. And on this one, I'm going to stamp Let's Celebrate You. And I think I'm going to stamp it in the Bermuda Bay this time. Okay. The set also does come with, let me see it here, a little to from, and they're 2 separate stamps. So you can put them anywhere you want, the 2 at the top and the from near the bottom. But it does come with the 2 from, which I like as well for the tags. Now to finish this off, I'm going to take about, I'm going to say about a 9-inch piece of ribbon. I'm going to layer these together. Okay, so it'll be something like this. And I'm not going to tie them off tight or anything, oops, anything like that. Got butterfingers here. Okay, but just so that it dangles and, you know, people can look behind, okay? Sandy and Kathy, thanks for joining in today. I'm looking for those thumbs up and hearts if you're liking my gift bag, or perhaps or the 2 cards I made earlier. So this is what it'll be like, okay? I'm just going to take these 2 ends together and I'm going to tie a knot around the handle, the ribbon handle that was already on the bag. Okay, I'm going to trim off those ends at an angle. And there we go. I think they just went in my bag, didn't they? One of them did. Okay, so there's my gift bag. Okay, isn't that cute? Okay, so a great way to repurpose something that I brought home in, you know, an item in, a piece of jewelry in. Great way to repurpose. Okay. So reviewing, we've used the Birthday Bonanza Designer Series paper, and here's a better look at all the beautiful prints and images. Very fun, kid-friendly, birthday celebration-oriented paper. Bright colors, okay. And a second look at today's cards. Just a new fun fold card. Don't you love it when the fun fold cards are so easy to make? Okay, now I told you I would have a challenge for today. One thing I was going to tell you too, on the balloons, if you use a white chalk marker or just any kind of white marker, you could even use the Wink of Stella and just go over it a little bit like that. It's hard to show, it doesn't show up well with the chalk marker, but I have this other white one. And it doesn't want to write for me. There we go. It's out of practice. I haven't used it in a while. Okay, or even a little Wink of Stella on those gives those some more dimension. Okay, the challenge. Excuse me. The challenge is to create one of these fun fold cards. Okay, I gave you the dimensions and instructions, a demonstration in today's live. So all you have to do is follow those dimensions, the cutting and scoring dimensions and the directions, and you can participate in the challenge. Today is January 2nd. I will leave the challenge up for 2 weeks. So on January, the last day to participate in the challenge is January 16th. But please don't wait. It's a quick and easy card. I'm afraid if you wait, you just won't do it. And I'm very interested in seeing everything all of you have to craft. You can use any Stampin' Up! Papers and cardstock things you want. It doesn't necessarily have to be Stampin' Up!, but it's nice if we can share that if you have it, okay? It also does not have to be brand new or current Stampin' Up! Things. Can be any theme, any colors, you decide. The idea though is that you make this type of card, this type of fun fold card, okay? So the challenge starts today. All you have to do is post a picture of it on this site. Try to put it either on the video site, or I'll also start a second post where you can put it in the comments as well. If you're not sure how to post a photo to the comment section, let me know and I'll do my best to help you out. And you have until January 16th to do this challenge. And I am going to give away a sampling of the Birthday Bonanza Designer Series paper. Okay, you'll get a quarter of a package. I'll send you, because it's easy to send 6x6 pieces. I'll send you a 6x6 of each of the pieces. So you'll have a little bit of all the different ones that you can work with. Okay, so if you want to get some Designer Series paper, please participate in this challenge. Okay, I'm going to try to get on live sometime tomorrow morning on Stampin' Scrap with Mary Knabe and introduce people to our brand new mini catalog. It starts tomorrow. I'm not allowed to show you the inside until tomorrow. And also our celebration brochure. I am getting ready to do another mailing of catalogs. Joan, you're on that list. If you did not receive a catalog from me and you are one of my customers or you are in need of a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, please let me know and I'll be happy to mail catalogs to you. Enjoy the rest of your Thursday. Take a little time to do something for yourself and be creative.